Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview, May 10th, 2016, on a Tuesday. Traders is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Well, overcast skies, but very warm. It's great to be with you. We have a lot to talk about today. Some data, some pretty interesting charts, though. I think the charts are looking really good today. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series, and I started trading in the year of 2006. 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. 9 days later, got on the Big Bird, came to Bangkok, Thailand, and traded. I'm in my 9th year living here in Asia and absolutely love it. The food, the people, and most of all, the trading hours. It's just like a good day of work, right? Up early in the morning, go to sleep late at night, and it's really nice. No, I don't sit in front of my computers all that time. That's why we have iPads and iPhones and good old stuff like that, so we can trade on the run. Traders, I trade by using fundamentals. I do listen to my fundamentals a lot. I pay for newsfeed. I make sure I know what's going on around the world. We have macro traders, right? I take that, put that in place with my technicals, which I feel are very important, and I really like being a technician. I love reading candlesticks, price action, price structure, price failure, support, resistance, all that good stuff that we use. I do use 3 exponential moving averages, the 200, the 55, and the 10. I'm basically a pullback trader. I like the price to move, I like it to pull back, and then I like to jump on in. So that's the way I trade. That's enough about me. Let's move over to the legal stuff. All right, traders, let's go over our risk disclaimer. Keep the legal people happy. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on over to news and commentary. Let's see how that is. All right, interesting trading day yesterday. Saw some price action. Really had no problems with what was going on. I think we have a good trading day ahead. The big issue today is there's no news data. We had some data in the Asia session out of China. And we have CPI year-on-year coming out in the Asia session in about 30 minutes. Let's see how the indices close. The Dow 30 closed negative 0.20%. The S&P 500 closed positive, barely 0.08%. And the NASDAQ closed positive 0.30%, with the small cap 2000 closing positive 0.13%. So that's pretty good. And let's take a look at what happened over in the Eurozone. The DAX closed positive 1.12%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed negative 0.18%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed positive 0.50%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed positive 0.58%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia, my side of the world. Let's take a look at what's going on. Tokyo closed positive 0.49%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia closed negative 0.40%. The China A50, Australia's data is current. They are open. However, China closed negative 1.30%. And the Hang Seng also is not open yet, and they closed positive 0.23%, with the Kospi trading currently, and they are up 0.14%. Let's take a look at our economic calendar. Like I said, not a lot going on. We had electronic card retail sales out of New Zealand, and that was a medium impact news event, and it was a good number. They were expecting 0.5. It came out at 0.9. And let's see, that is really about it. China has, like I said, CPI year-on-year in April. And my friends, the rest of the day is all, probably the one I would really watch is German industrial production and German trade balance, which are medium impact news events, comes out 1 hour before the London Open. Traders in, we do have FOMC member Dudley speaking today, and that is before the U.S. Open. And folks, in New York, we have nothing. We have the JOLTS job openings for March, and that's a medium impact news event. So nothing really there. So it's a technical trading day today. And I don't mind the technical trading day. I like trading technicals. That's how I started, right? Fundamentals we didn't even listen to back in the day. So we have a technical trading day, and that's a good thing. I think we're going to get some good price movement today, get some good price action. A lot of these pairs are in their trend, and they're just moving right along. So let's start, and let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Euro dollar continues to move in a downward motion. Not a lot of price action. This is a pretty ugly chart. I mean, if I have to be honest with you, look at left of the chart here, folks. This is just outright ugly. We really like to see this clear this. Myself, I'd like to see this come back up to the 200 exponential moving average at 1.1420. We'll get out at 1.1379 at support. But we really want to get away from all this Forex junk. There's a lot of junk left of the chart. You know, we got a 55 EMA, you got a daily pivot, and the 10 EMA is sitting right on top of the last candle, which is current price. So I think the euro is going to continue to go to the downside, but we just need some kind of a decent pullback or a breakout to the downside, and then, you know, reanalyze it and get back in it a different way. But I'd rather get the pullback, which I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but we can hope. All right, let's take a look at the Great British Pound. The Great British Pound is basically in the same situation as the euro, you know. Take a look left of the chart. It's just absolutely ugly. The only nice thing about this one is the 10 exponential moving average is underneath price, so maybe this will give us a pullback. And we know that the Great British Pound's personality doesn't like giving pullbacks. It really doesn't. It just does not like it. Look at how on yesterday how price moved up and then just came all the way back down again, took away all its gains. And then, of course, in New York, and now it's just sideways in Asia. So we're just waiting for the trade plan to come together so we can do something here. It's a possibility it might go to this daily pivot point 55 EMA, which is pretty good resistance, and give us a bearish candle. And we might have to enter it there, but you have to be very careful because that's going to be at 14.25. Well, you know, that's a good, 25 pip trade. Just monitor it real well because you have a lot of stuff left of the chart. Okay, take a look at the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is doing really nice. I'll tell you, since last weekend I had that data come out and it started to the downside, it has not stopped, my friends. It is continuing to the downside. It's good about giving pullbacks. I put a Fibonacci tool on the chart. Let's go up to the 618, and that's at 0.7369. We'll get out at 0.7317. You know, a nice 40 plus pip trade. No traders, my fib is not backwards. Everybody, I get emails and people say your fibs are backwards. No, they're reverse fibs because I want my 161.8 fib on the bottom of the chart, right? So my fibs are not on the chart backwards. It's just called a reverse fib. That's because we're going on a downtrend. But you know what? The other thing is interesting. Take a look at this. Look at that 200 exponential moving average, the 55 and the 10. Nice separation, nice angle, just nice. Just looks really good to the downside. And you know, the trick today is how to get into it. We need to get in this safely, right? You don't want to get in now. If you get in now, you're going to end up sticking yourself. Well, pretty much you're going to end up with a 30 plus pip stop. So if you get in now, you got to put your stop above that 55 exponential moving average, which is the blue line on the chart. But I do like the chart. I like the way it's trading. So let's see if we can get this pullback and get in this trade. Here's a Euro Aussie. This Euro Aussie's not doing what we want it to do. It's been in this sideways price action. It did bounce off the 55 and came back up. It's just sitting up there. Folks, this just needs to clear this daily pivot point in the 55. We'll get in it. I'd rather get in at like 54.90, 54.95, and we'll take it down all the way to 1.5388 or below. There's no price action if you open this on your charts with this 200. So it's a good chance this can come back all the way down to S2 reversal pivot point at 50, 52.80. So we have a lot of pips here that we can work with. So hopefully this will start giving us some candlestick formations up here at resistance, showing us that the bulls are getting weak and the bears are going to take over, and we'll get this bearish. All right, let's take a look at the euro yen. Had an up move yesterday. This is great. It's in a great position. It's a great spot. It's a great place to take your trade. It's at 123.39. We're going to get out at 122.27, and we're going to get a bounce most likely at the 200. I'm not too worried about the daily pivot point of the 55. I'm more worried about the 200 exponential moving average. However, we'll be way past break even, so we'll be fine. But this is ready to go. I'm just waiting for the right candlestick formation, and we can enter this trade. So let's just see how it goes, my friends. But this is a nice trade. I wouldn't necessarily have to wait for for London to open to take this trade. I think you take this trade at any time once you feel comfortable with price action. All right, let's take a look at New Zealand dollar. Really on the downside, just heading on down. I mean, this is just good Forex trading, stepping away. We just need a pullback. Let's get a pullback. And we need to pull back to the all-one reverse pivot point, and that's at 0.6825. And we'll get out at 0.6761. So this makes for a nice 65 pip trade. So, I don't know. This is just trending really nice to the downside, as it should. We had up weeks. What do we have? Last 2 weeks it was an uptrend, but that had nothing to do with the Kiwi. It had to do with the dollar. The dollar is grabbing back on again, so that's good. That's what we want. And traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL. FXCL Excellence Trading, I want to thank you for joining us on a Tuesday, believe it or not, May 10th, 2016. Traders, like I said, great to be with you. Have a great trading day. Remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, we'll see you in about 24 hours. Take care now. Bye-bye.